water efficiency measures for rental properties. So I think we're pretty much educated via the media and via different organisations outside of the property industry that saving water actually lowers your water bills. Now, rental properties are no different. They must, and to be able to for a landlord to make claims and have the tenant pay for water usage, those rental properties must meet certain water efficiency requirements so that the landlord can actually charge for water usage. Now, this has always been the case. So it's nothing new here, but there were more requirements which commenced on the 23rd of March 2020. Now, we've had these for 8-9 months now. So we should be, and some of them we've had for 10 years. So we should actually be working towards actually being very, very compliant with this. So shower heads need to have a maximum flow rate of 9 litres a minute. Now, the issue here from a practicality point of view is actually when a tenant says to you, well, how do I know that the water efficiency measure is there? I mean, I would question that and say, you pretty much know when there's a water efficiency, it's about the flow that's coming out. But if you actually have to have that tested, then you're going to have a plumber or somebody who is qualified to actually measure that for you and prove that to your tenant. So if that's necessary, then that's what you need to do. Internal cold water taps and single mixer taps for kitchen sinks and bathroom basins, again, have to have that maximum flow rate of 9 litres a minute. There can't be any leaking taps or toilets anywhere on the property at the commencement of the tenancy. And obviously it's then up to the tenants to advise you as their agent if there are any leaking taps or toilets, and they need to be fixed in an efficient and timely manner for the landlord to be able to continue to charge for water usage. Now, of course, we've got a few years left, but, it's creeping up on us. The 23rd of March 2025, when it started, we're going, there's 5 years till this is needed. Well, there's 4 and a bit now. So all tenanted premises in New South Wales must have a dual flush toilet with a minimum 3-star WELS rating. Now, if you want to read about that, go to waterratings.gov.au, I think is the site to have a look at it. There's also more information about this on the Fair Trading site, but the waterrating.gov.au is a really good site to give you some good information about how to check these things. So there's lots of things to think about as we close in and slide into the end of the year here. I mean, there's a couple of other things. Make sure you've got your COVID safe plans. We talked about them last week. We talked about them the week before. You've got to have your COVID safe plans ready for every property. Now, if you're using, just an example, I had a call yesterday from an agent, and he's a regional-based agent, and he's selling rural property. And he said, yes, he has a COVID safe plan, but he's not using an app because by the time they get to the property, there is no internet coverage and they're just not working. So yes, obviously he's still got to stick with the old paper and pen method of registering who he is taking to each of these properties. But he's not doing open homes on them. So he actually has a record, and he's making sure that within his electronic filing system, when he gets back to his office, he's making sure that he has that down there, that those people attended that property at that time. So, obviously, if you can't do it because of internet connections, then you've got to look at how else you're going to achieve that. The last point I wanted to make about what to remember as we climb into the close of the end of the year is that your trust account audit reports are due by the 31st of December. Remember, they're usually due by the 30th of September. Because of COVID, it's been extended out to the 31st of December this year. So make sure you've got it lodged. You should well and truly have had your trust accounts audited by now, and get in there and get those lodged, or get your accountant who's doing the audit to lodge those electronically with Fair Trading. Make sure you have a copy of that though. Now, Fair Trading will let you know that it's been lodged, or the system will let you know that it's been lodged. But make sure you have a copy of that. You must have a copy of your audit report on record if Fair Trading asks for it. So not sitting with your accountant, not sitting with the auditor. Make sure you've got it in your system, in your office, whether you're virtual or whether you've got a face-to-face office or you're still using paper, whatever it is, make sure you've got a copy of that in there.